that's the way.
Hello friends, welcome to Let's Talk in English. My name is Esther.
And I'm Garrett. Can you wait? We have a wonderful animal lesson today.
And the name of our lesson is, What animals can you ride? Now, if you ride something, it means you sit on it or in it. You can ride the subway, you can ride in a car, and you can also ride animals.
That's right. You climb up on top of them and move around. This means you can probably control which way they're going.
And there are many different kinds of animals. Animals on the land, animals that fly in the sky like birds, and animals that live in the water and swim like fish.
That's right, so many different kinds of animals. But which ones could you climb on top of and ride? There aren't too many, because animals need to be pretty big for you to ride on top of them. Well, let's learn some more in today's reading.
Around the world, people ride different kinds of animals. Horses are the most common. These animals are strong and fast. Riding a horse is a lot of fun, and it's good exercise. Camels are great for travel in the desert. They can go long distances without needing much water. People ride elephants for adventure. They enjoy being near these large animals. It's fun to ride high up on an elephant.
Thank you so much for that, Esther. Well, there are some cool animals to ride. And we have a pretty cool question for you. It is, what doesn't James know anything about?
What doesn't James know anything about? Listen carefully to find the answer. Now let's go to Sonia with today's keywords.
Hello, 今天要谈到有哪些动物是可以让人骑的。James 想知道 Susie 会不会骑马。Can you ride a horse? 动词 ride 就是骑，可以指骑机车、骑自行车或是骑马。名词 horse 就是马。James 说骑马很常见。Riding horses is pretty common. 形容词 common 就是常见的、普通的。他想知道除了骑马还可以骑什么动物呢？ Susie 说在沙漠中旅行的时候很适合骑骆驼。Camels are great for travel in the desert. 名词 camel 就是骆驼，名词 desert 就是沙漠。
Can you ride a horse, Susie?
I can. I love riding horses. It's good exercise.
My friend rides horses a lot. He wants to take me riding.
You should go. You'll enjoy it. You feel so free when you ride a horse.
That sounds fun. I want to go, but I don't know anything about horses.
That's okay. Your friend can teach you.
James and Susie are talking about animals, and James asks Susie, Can you ride a horse, Susie?
Can you ride a horse? Friends, remember we said when you ride an animal, you climb on top of it and move around, kind of like you're driving that animal.
Yes. Now, we first start with horses. Horses are strong and fast, and they are land animals. In the past, when there were no cars, many people rode horses.
Yes, and Susie can ride horses. She loves doing this. She even says it's good exercise. I wonder how that works. Aren't you just sitting on top of it?
No, when you ride a horse, you have to use the muscles in your legs and also on your back. So it is good exercise.
Okay, well, I've never tried it. I would like to, though. James says his friend rides horses a lot, and that friend wants to take him riding.
Right. Here, riding means horse riding. And Susie tells James, you should go. You'll enjoy it.
Susie thinks James will enjoy riding a horse. Well, we should go to Sonia for our Chinese teaching now.
听到 James 说他朋友想带他去骑马 ，Susie 说你应该去 ，You should go。助动词 should 为应该，必须，在这里表达建议、命令或是决定。助动词之后需接原形动词，例如 You should learn to swim， 你应该要学游泳。或是 You should go on the trip， 你应该要去旅游。
Thanks, Sonia. Well, Susie is happy to tell James more about horse riding. It's something she loves doing.
How does she feel when she rides a horse?
Well, she says she feels so free. You know, I felt this way when I got my driver's license, and I could start driving cars around. I could drive wherever I wanted. It probably feels even more freeing on a horse.
Right. Well, it does sound fun. And James thinks so as well. He says, that sounds fun. I want to go. He wants to go horse riding.
And I want to find the answer to our Find It question. What doesn't James know anything about?
He doesn't know anything about horses. So James doesn't know anything about horses, and he's not sure if that's okay.
Yeah, well, Susie is helpful here. She tells him that is okay. Your friend can teach you. They can teach James how to behave around horses, how to treat them well, and how to control them when he is riding them.
Right, because if you don't know anything about riding horses and you don't learn, it can be scary and also dangerous as well.
Right, horses are so strong. I've heard of people getting kicked by horses before, and they got seriously injured. So it's important to know about these strong and beautiful animals. Well, friends, let's take a quick break now. We'll be right back.
Let's talk in English. 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Welcome back. Now let's talk about horse riding. It's not easy to go horse riding because if you live in a city, there aren't too many horse riding places available.
Yeah, you might see police officers riding horses sometimes, but if you really want to go horse riding, find something like a horse ranch out in the countryside.
Right. Or maybe in some parks, they have places where you can ride a horse or a pony. I've done that when I was a kid.
Sounds like fun. Let's keep watching to learn more.
Riding horses is pretty common. What other animals do people ride?
Camels are great for travel in the desert. They can go long distances without drinking much water.
They are interesting animals.
Some people ride elephants. I'd like to try that. It would be a lot of fun.
But elephants are so big.
Yes, you get a good view from the back of an elephant.
Now, James says riding horses is pretty common. If something is common, it means many people do it. So James believes many people ride horses.
Yeah, we can use that word common for things we see often. You might say in the US, the last name Smith is very common.
Right. And in Asia, in countries that speak Mandarin, the name Chen is a common family name.
Yes, so it's pretty common for people to ride horses. Maybe not where you are, but people ride horses more than any other animal.
Now let's talk about this word pretty when we use it with common.
Let's do that with our pretty helpful, no, very helpful teacher, Sonia.
James 说骑马很常见 ，Riding horses is pretty common。副词 pretty 是非常、很、相当，在此修饰后面的形容词。例如 ，He has a pretty good idea what the answer will be。对于答案，他有很不错的想法。或是 Are you pretty sure you can come？ 你很确定可以来吗？我们再举个例子 ，It's pretty likely they'll be late。他们很可能会迟到。
Thank you very much, Sonia. Well, we've talked about horses so far, but those can't be the only animals that people ride, right?
No, they aren't. Susie says camels are also great for travel in the desert. Now, Garrett, I know you've seen a camel and you've even ridden a camel before, right?
Yeah, it's the only animal I've ever ridden. It was very short. It was only like 2 minutes, but it was a fun thing to try. Camels are very strong and tall animals. They often live in deserts, places that are very dry with very little rain.
What was it like riding a camel?
Well, it was a little bit bumpy. It wasn't the most comfortable thing, but I think if I had to travel a long distance, I would want to ride a camel.
Wow. Well, riding camels is something you can do in the Middle East. And if you live in a desert, make sure you have a lot of water. Now, this word desert is similar to another word we often hear called dessert, but they are spelled differently.
Dessert has 2 S's, while desert has just 1 S. You can remember that we love dessert, so it has 2 S's. We don't love going to the desert. It has just 1.
Thanks, Garrett. What a good tip. Now let's talk about what other animals people ride.
They also can ride elephants, the biggest land animals in the world. Susie would like to try that. Hey, I'd like to try that is today's calendar phrase.
I'd like to try that.
I'd like to try that.
我想试试看。
Some people ride elephants.
I'd like to try that.
Some people ride camels.
I'd like to try that.
Some people ride ostriches.
I'd like to try that.
And some people ride alligators.
I'd never try that. Oh.
I'd like to try that.
I'd like to try that.
我想试试看。
Wow, elephants are such large animals. I didn't know that people can ride elephants.
Oh, yeah. It can't be easy, but some people do. They ride them through the jungle or through the desert.
And you can get a good view from the back of an elephant. Your view is what you see. So when you're on an elephant, you're nice and high, you can see many things.
And friends, it's time for us to take a look at today's keywords. Let's review them together.
Here's your first key word. Ride. Ride. Let's ride our bikes to the park.
Horse. Horse. Nancy rides her horse every weekend.
Common. Common. Paul is sick with a common cold.
Camel. Camel. Those camels can run fast.
Desert. Desert. It is very hot in the desert. Friends, those are today's keywords.
And now it's your turn.
The words for today are ride, horses, common, camel, and desert. Now it's your turn to use them in a sentence. First one. 2 children are riding that. Great job! 2 children are riding that camel. Next. The farmer owns several. That's correct. The farmer owns several horses. Next. Not many plants grow in the. You got it. Not many plants grow in the desert. Next. Can you? Your scooter to my house? Correct. Can you ride your scooter to my house? Last one. Cats are pets in the city. Good job. Cats are common pets in the city. Be sure to come back next time for your turn.
Can you ride a horse, Susie?
I can. I love riding horses. It's good exercise.
My friend rides horses a lot. He wants to take me riding.
You should go. You'll enjoy it. You feel so free when you ride a horse.
That sounds fun. I want to go, but I don't know anything about horses.
That's okay. Your friend can teach you.
Riding horses is pretty common. What other animals do people ride?
Camels are great for travel in the desert. They can go long distances without drinking much water.
They are interesting animals.
Some people ride elephants. I'd like to try that. It would be a lot of fun.
But elephants are so big.
Yes, you get a good view from the back of an elephant.
Hey Ginger, what do you know about horses?
Horses are big, and horses have 4 legs.
Of course.
And people enjoy riding horses.
You're right. I have a friend who rides horses.
Riding horses is pretty common.
What about you, Ginger? Would you like to ride a horse?
No, I'd like to ride a camel.
A camel?
Yeah.
Why?
Camels travel long distances in the desert.
True.
And I want to ride an elephant.
An elephant? Why?
They're so tall, I could reach up and get bananas from the trees.
Oh, free bananas?
Yeah, getting bananas will be easy.
But getting an elephant will be hard.
Well, that's true.
Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Fun Time. Today, we're singing an old song. She'll be coming round the mountain.
She'll be coming round the mountain. Hey, I know that song. Why don't we all sing it together?
Yeah, good idea.
She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes.
Hey, What will she be riding when she comes around the mountain?
She'll be
Riding 6 white horses when she comes. Yee-haw! She'll be riding 6 white horses when she comes. Yee-haw! She'll be riding 6 white horses. She'll be riding 6 white horses. She'll be riding 6 white horses when she comes. Yee-haw!
Hey, maybe she'll be riding a camel.
Yeah!
She'll be riding on a camel when she comes from the desert. She'll be riding on a camel when she comes from the desert. She'll be riding on a camel. She'll be riding on a camel. She'll be riding on a camel when she comes. Oh yeah!
Maybe she'll be riding an elephant.
Yeah, why not?
She'll be riding on an elephant when she comes from the jungle. She'll be riding on an elephant when she comes from the jungle. She'll be riding on an elephant. She'll be riding on an elephant. She'll be riding on an elephant when she comes. Oh yeah!
What about an ostrich?
Oh, that's silly, but let's give it a try.
Let's try it.
She'll be riding on an ostrich when she comes. That's silly. She'll be riding on an ostrich when she comes. That's silly. She'll be riding on an ostrich. She'll be riding on an ostrich. She'll be riding on an ostrich when she comes. Oh yeah!
Hey, anything else?
How about a yak?
A yak! All right, last one. She'll
Be riding on a yak when she comes. A hairy cow. She'll be riding on a yak when she comes. A hairy cow. She'll be riding on a yak. She'll be riding on a yak. She'll be riding on a yak when she comes. Oh yeah!
Good job. Well, whatever she's riding on, I sure hope she gets here soon.
Yeah, me too. Hey, who is she anyway?
I don't know.
Guess we'll find out when she gets here.
When she comes.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Friends, we've talked about 3 animals you can ride. You can ride a horse, you can ride a camel, and you can ride an elephant.
I got to ride a camel. They're those animals with big bumps on their back. It was fun.
And I have ridden a horse before. Now, Garrett, have you been on an elephant? Have you ridden an elephant before?
No, I've seen them from far away at the zoo, but I've never ridden one.
I think it would be fun to ride an elephant. You can get a nice view on the back of an elephant.
That's for sure. Well, friends, we'll talk more about this tomorrow. Until then, try to practice what you learned. Then join us again, right here on Let's Talk in English.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.